Dear child, lift your head and stand tall, for there is much to be done. Believe in me and trust in the sincerity of my love for you. I am the Lord your God, and I have not turned away from you, nor have I stopped looking upon you with compassion and purpose. Even when your heart feels overwhelmed and your faith seems fragile, my faithfulness remains unwavering. I am constant, eternal, and unchanging. My plans for you have not gone astray, even if you don't understand everything you are currently experiencing. I have not forgotten the promises I made to you, and in my perfect timing, not yours, I will cause them to come to fruition, just as the sunrise breaks after a long night. Keep walking, even with a weary soul, and that pleases me. Though your steps may falter, you have not stopped moving forward toward me. I have seen the signs you have asked for, and I have heard every word and secret thought you have shared with no one else. Your tears have not been in vain. Every tear has fallen before me as a testimony of your longing. But today, I come to tell you this with both love and truth. Do not go beyond the sign you have asked for. Do not continue down the path you have marked as a test of my will, because it was not I who placed that sign in your path. You look at the visible, but I see the eternal. You judge by what seems right to you, but I examine the depths, the hidden things, the parts that have not yet been revealed. You see only one step ahead, but I see the end from the beginning. You not mistake my silence for absence, nor my stillness for disinterest. When I am silent, I am still working. There are times when I hold you back, not because I do not wish to bless you, but because I want to protect you. Some closed doors and unanswered signs are my way of shielding you from what you cannot see. Not everything you desire is good for you, and not every path that looks like a blessing is the right one for you. Sometimes you ask for signs as if I need to convince you, but I want you to learn to trust without seeing, to obey without needing proof, to walk by faith and not by sight. If I have told you to wait, then wait. If I have said not to move forward, then stop. Even in waiting, I am working within you, forming something eternal. I am teaching you to depend on my voice, not on what you can perceive with your senses. For my will is confirmed not by human signs, but by the peace in your spirit, the lasting fruit, and the unwavering truth that I provide. Do not test me as though you need proof of my faithfulness. Have I not sustained you up until now? Have I not provided for you when you didn't know how to move forward? Have I not sent help exactly when you thought all hope was lost? I am your heavenly Father. I am not a man who lies, nor a son of man who changes his mind. What I have promised, I will bring to fulfillment. But I want you to learn to obey, even when the way is unclear. Obedience without understanding is the greatest form of faith, and that kind of faith moves mountains. It is that faith that activates my promises. It is that faith that will allow you to see the impossible unfold. Do not ignore the warning I give you today. Do not rebel out of a desire to hurry what can only ripen in its proper time. The enemy wants you to rush ahead because he knows that outside of my covering, you are exposed. But I love you too much to let you walk into your own ruin. So today, with a voice both firm and tender, I tell you, stay, stop, do not pass that sign. Not yet. Not because I don't have something beautiful for you, but because what I have for you requires preparation, maturity, obedience, and faithfulness. If you trust me, you will see that my no today is the yes that will bless your tomorrow. So do not be afraid. Do not think you have been forgotten. I am with you, and though you may not understand it now, one day you will look back and thank me for stopping you in time, because what I have for you is good, pleasing, and perfect. Remain steadfast and trust in me, for I am God, and I love you with an eternal love. Listen carefully to my voice. Do not close your heart to what I am saying to you today. I speak to you with the same tenderness with which I formed you in your mother's womb. I chose you before the foundation of the world. Even before your conception I knew you by name and set you apart with a divine purpose. Nothing in your life has been by chance. Every pain, every loss, every rejection you faced has been part of a process I allowed, not to destroy you, but to forge in you an unshakable character. I gave you a soul with a heart willing to sacrifice so that you could prevail, even when the world turned its back on you. Because in me, you find the peace that no one else can offer. Through me, you have rest, hope, and direction. Do not fear what is to come. Do not let rumors of disaster extinguish the light I have ignited within you. I have sustained you with my mighty right hand, and I will continue to do so. Your divine appointment is drawing near, and nothing and no one can stop what I have decreed for you from coming to pass. When you feel weak, let the courage I have given you fill your spirit. This courage is not from man, it is heavenly. I have given it to you so that you may conquer, so that you can face every challenge with your eyes focused on me, not on your circumstances. As you walk through this difficult season, know that you are being perfected, not abandoned. This trial will not break you. This storm is not the end. In fact, it is the fertile ground where I will cause your greatest testimony to grow. I am with you at every step. Even when you feel as though you walk alone, know that you are not. I go before you and I am behind you. I surround you on every side. I am above you, beneath you, and around you, covering you like a shield. Persevere, my child. Do not let go of your faith, even when pain tries to silence your praise. Lift your voice and proclaim that I am your God. Cleanse your mind of thoughts of defeat and purify your heart of all resentment or doubt. Come to my word, for in it you will find wisdom, discernment, and truth. My word is unchanging. It does not wither or weaken over time. What I have spoken will stand forever, and no force in heaven or on earth can invalidate my promises. Do not be afraid. Walk closely with me and listen for my voice. Persevere with unwavering faith. Do not lean on your own understanding, for your vision is limited. I see far beyond what you can perceive. I know what lies ahead, and I understand the weight of what you are enduring now. And I assure you, this will not be in vain. This season of difficulty will not last forever. Through it, you will emerge stronger, more mature, and transformed. What the enemy meant for evil, I will turn around for good, and I will use this season to prepare you for the great place I am leading you to. Your story will not be defined by defeat but by victory. It will stand as a living testimony of how my grace lifted you when you had no strength left. Your love for me, your unwavering desire to remain faithful, has proven stronger than the trials you faced. That is why you will not only endure but flourish, just as I've always intended for you. Do not look back. Do not live in what you cannot change. Release with strength everything that binds you to a past that no longer holds any power over you. Dare to walk through every door I open for you. Do not fear new beginnings, for my blessings do not come with burdens. What I give does not bring sorrow or regret. There is no deception in my gifts. When I bless in abundance, and my blessing requires no repentance. Look forward with an eternal perspective. Do not be distracted by those who doubt you or listen to those who, driven by fear, tell you to stop, to give up, or to turn back. They do not know what I have placed within you, nor do they understand what I am about to do in your life. Stay focused on me, not on the voices that seek to discourage you with warnings of doom. Many speak without knowledge, repeating lies disguised as wisdom, but my words are eternally true. In the midst of the noise, listen to my voice. Do not let lies or doubts take root in your mind. I love you with an everlasting love. I will not forsake you. I will strengthen you when you are weak. I will lift you when you stumble. I will guide you when you are uncertain of the way. Your worries will fade like mist before the rising sun, and you will see clearly how deeply I love you. I am your God, the same one who parted the Red Sea, who brought manna from heaven, and who made walls fall without a single weapon. That same God is with you today. And if I am with you, who can stand against you? Hold on to me, and you will witness things that no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no heart has imagined, things I have prepared for those who love me, and you love me. There is no shadow or corner where my presence cannot reach. Every thought you've had, every quiet cry from your heart, every moment of confusion or anxiety has been clearly seen by me. I am never indifferent to your struggles. I have witnessed how you have remained steadfast when everything around you seemed to fall apart. You have endured moments of silence, rejection, and loss that others may never fully understand. Yet, you are still standing, not because of your own strength, but because my hand has supported you through every moment. Even in times when you felt abandoned, you were sustained by my faithfulness, covered by my grace, and guided by my purposes. Every step you took in obedience, even when you couldn't see the bigger picture, has been accounted for in my eyes. No effort you made has been overlooked. No tear has been wasted. I am at work in places you cannot yet see. I am creating paths where there seem to be no options, making crooked ways straight, healing what has been broken, and restoring all that appeared lost. Behind the scenes, in the spiritual realm, movements are taking place that you have yet to perceive. Doors are being opened, hearts are being touched, and situations are being aligned. Though it may seem like nothing is changing on the surface, the invisible is shifting under my command. Each time you were overlooked or underestimated, I saw how you chose to trust me even without visible guarantees. That quiet confidence, the silent resolve to keep moving forward, has been an offering rising like incense before my throne. This is why the chains that once bound you are starting to break. The barriers that held you back are weakening, not because of your own strength, but because I have decreed that it is time for you to move forward, and what I have decreed cannot be stopped by anyone. Blessings are on the way, and they will not come as a result of manipulation or human influence, but as the pure fulfillment of my will. I have prepared moments of grace in places where you once faced only resistance. When these blessings come, you will know without a doubt that it is my hand opening each door. It will not bring confusion, but confirmation. It will not be luck, but the tangible fulfillment of my faithfulness. Over time, you have carried burdens that were never meant for you. You have worried over situations that should have been surrendered to me from the beginning. You have tried to resolve things with your own strength that could only be fixed through my intervention. That's why I now say to you, rest, not as one who gives up, but as one who entrusts the battle to the true warrior. I am the one who fights for you. I am the one who makes a way in the wilderness and causes rivers to spring forth in dry places. Everything I have spoken will come to fruition, even if it feels distant at the moment. Release the need to have every answer now. You do not need to know every detail in order to walk in confidence. True security doesn't come from knowing what will happen next, but from knowing the one in whom you have placed your trust. I do not lie, I do not change my mind, and I do not abandon what I start. What I began in you will be brought to completion, with perfection, purpose, and power. Do not let the voices of doubt steer you off course. There will be those who attempt to sow fear in your heart, preaching doom, judgment, and condemnation, but those voices do not reflect my heart for you. I did not come to break the bruised reed or to snuff out the flickering flame. I have come to restore, revive, and strengthen. Where others may see failure, I see fertile soil for a new beginning. Where the world sees ruins, I see the foundation of something eternal. Do not overlook the small signs of change. They are there. In your spirit, you can already feel that something is stirring. That stirring is not anxiety, it is my spirit nudging you to prepare. Your time has not been in vain. Every season has served a purpose. Even when growth seemed slow, what was happening inside you was profound and lasting. I do not build on shifting sand. I build on solid rock. It is why I worked first on your roots before revealing the fruit. Now you will see how those deep roots will hold up and sustain what is about to emerge. Stay resolute in the direction I have shown you. Do not veer to the right or to the left based on the opinions of others. Not everyone will understand what I am doing in your life, and that is perfectly fine. You do not need the approval of those who cannot hear my voice. My purpose for you doesn't rely on external validation because it has already been sealed by my authority. What I have spoken over your life will come to pass, not because others believe it, but because I have declared it. There will be times when progress seems invisible, but do not let that discourage you. Even when you feel like nothing is changing, know that you are being moved further than you can see. I am raising a generation that walks not by sight but by conviction, and you are a part of this great work. Every step of obedience you take is a seed planted in fertile ground, and in due time, every seed will bear its fruit. Do not be concerned about the things you cannot control. The worries that burden you today will begin to fade away. What seemed permanent in your life will be transformed, and what once appeared impossible will become possible. Even what seemed dark will be illuminated by my presence. I am the one who guards you, who lifts you up, and who leads you forward. There is no power in this world that can snatch you from my hand. What I have prepared for you far exceeds your expectations, and it will be revealed at the right time with great power and glory. My will is not influenced by the noise of the world, nor does it change with time. What I have ordained remains steadfast, even if it seems delayed. Every detail of your path is being carefully ordered by me. Even the events that appear contrary, including delays or setbacks, are under my control. There is nothing that lies outside of my authority. Every part of your journey holds a place in the story I am writing with your life. There are chapters yet to unfold, moments hidden that will reveal themselves at the perfect time. In my timing, not according to human understanding, I am making everything work together for your ultimate good. When the storms rage and the foundations around you tremble, know that it is because I am separating what cannot endure. I am removing what was never meant to last, what was not built with eternal purpose. Everything that remains will be purified, strengthened, and renewed. You are not at the mercy of chance or under the judgment of man. You are in my hands, and all that I do is just and right. I see the deepest desires of your heart, far beyond the surface, and that is why I do not judge by appearances, but by the truth of who you truly are. At this moment, there are doors that have closed not because of a lack of ability, but because of divine redirection. Some opportunities were removed because they did not align with the destiny I have planned for you. Not everything that glitters is from me. Not every offer is a calling I have made for you. I have allowed certain things to cease because it was necessary to remove the temporary in order to make room for the eternal. This season has been one of pruning, cleansing, and realignment. I have been pulling you away from influences that masked their true motives, from relationships that would have stunted your growth, and from paths that would have led you away from the purpose I have for you. Though at first you did not understand it, now you can see that what was lost was actually essential for what is to come. Not every setback is truly a loss. Sometimes, what seems like a setback is preparation for a greater leap forward. I am not taking you backwards, I am positioning you with wisdom. There is a difference between what might look like stagnation and what is truly a season of preparation. If I have not sped up the process, it is because I am strengthening your foundation. I will not build on fragile structures. What I am about to build in you and through you will stand the test of time. It will not be something temporary or fleeting, but something lasting, tested, and authentic. Many pursue what is immediate, visible, and impressive to others. But I have chosen to reveal to you what is deep, eternal, and transformative, what shakes the inside first before it appears on the outside. What is real does not need to be announced. What is authentic carries my seal. I have been forming within you a strong identity that does not rely on the approval or understanding of those around you. My work in you does not need to be explained. It will be evident by its fruit, and the fruit born of me endures. I have set in motion key moments that will unfold with perfect timing. They will not arrive too early or too late. Each one has been ordained before the beginning of your days. You do not need to chase after them. All you need to do is walk in obedience. As you continue forward, they will find you. It is not for you to force the manifestation. Your task is to remain faithful and ready. I am orchestrating divine connections, unexpected resources, and new pathways where there seemed to be no way. What was once denied to you will now be opened by my hand, not because you pursued it relentlessly, but because you positioned yourself with humility and discernment. Do not place your hope in what is visible, in human promises, or in temporary structures. The true source of all you will receive is in me, not in the channels I use. If one door closes, I will open another. If a resource runs dry, I will create a new one. Do not limit your expectations to what you know. My ability to provide is limitless. In the days ahead, you will witness the manifestation of favor that is not tied to your own efforts, but to my unwavering faithfulness. When it happens, it will be unmistakable that it was I who made it happen, and you will recognize that no human strategy could have brought it about. Stay true to your integrity. Do not sacrifice your peace for the promise of progress. Do not exchange your stillness for a frantic race toward uncertainty. Those who remain anchored in truth will be firmly established, and those who stay aligned with me will be sustained, even when everything else seems to fall apart. It will not be through popularity, access, or ability, but through the steadfastness of spirit. I uphold those who honor me, multiplying the strength of those who do not retreat when they don't understand. Soon, what once appeared immovable will move. What once seemed closed will be opened. But it will not be because of your own efforts. It will happen because the appointed moment is coming from heaven. What is mine does not require manipulation. It comes with peace, clarity, and rest, not anxiety or confusion. You will know it is my hand at work because it will come with clear direction, without hidden motives or secret strings attached. The fruit will be evident, the transformation visible, and when it all unfolds, you will understand that everything you have been waiting for was worth the wait. The justice I bring is not based on the shifting opinions or judgments of man. Everything I do is founded on eternal truth. I have seen how often you've been surrounded by comparisons, criticized for not advancing at the pace of others, or for not showcasing the same achievements that the world values. But what I work on in secret carries more weight than the things that shine temporarily. I do not seek applause, I cultivate character. While the world celebrates the immediate, I refine the invisible, the enduring qualities. I am building a deep and solid work in you, without cracks or duplicity. You do not need to conform to others' expectations. I have not called you to imitate, but to walk in the unique identity I personally placed within you. There is no need for you to wear masks or try to fit into someone else's mold. The purpose I have placed within you is not about competition, but about divine design. Every part of your life, every skill you possess, and even the aspects you once saw as weaknesses, have been woven together with perfect intention. Everything in you has a purpose, and each piece has a place in the greater work I am building. You have found yourself in situations where it seemed like your voice had no place, where the ideas of others were embraced while yours were overlooked. But I have seen each of those moments. I want you to know that the recognition of men does not determine the value of what you carry. I am forming in you a voice that does not rely on the approval of crowds, but is powered by my presence. The influence I am cultivating in you is not measured by numbers but by spiritual impact. At the appointed time, your words will be heard, and they will take root in prepared soil. You are not forgotten, you are not beyond my sight, and you are not outside of my attention. Every stirring within you, every hard decision, and every moment you chose to do what was right, even when no one else saw it, has been weighed on my scales. While others strive for the approval of the world around them, I am raising up a work in you that will echo for eternity. What you are building now will leave a legacy beyond your time. Do not limit yourself to what is visible. The roots I am strengthening in you will produce fruit that will touch generations to come. I have also witnessed the moments when you considered turning back, not due to a lack of faith, but from weariness. Sometimes, the weight has felt like a long valley, with few signs and uncertain direction, but you are not stuck. The most significant movement I value is not always outwardly visible, but the inward transformation that's taking place. You have been advancing, even when you didn't notice. Every time you chose to trust instead of giving up, you took another step, and that progress counts more than you realize. I am preparing unexpected encounters that will bring clarity, conversations that will open your understanding, glances that will offer comfort, and paths you'll cross by divine design that will lead you to places written for you long before you could have imagined. These are not coincidences. They are divine coordinates. And when you arrive at those moments, you will know that those places were prepared for you from before you were even born. My work does not follow the calendar you have been taught to measure time by. The The timing I have established operates on a different scale. This is why you must not view your age, position, or past as limitations. There is still much ahead of you that has yet to be revealed. Many have started at what seemed like the wrong time and yet found that those late beginnings turned out to be the most fruitful, because it is not speed that brings fulfillment, but spiritual maturity. What I am cultivating in you is depth, discernment, and authenticity. Do not compare yourself to others or measure your journey by their achievements. The inheritance set aside for you is unique, never repeated, nor diminished by the success of others. You do not lose what is yours because of someone else's progress. My kingdom does not operate out of scarcity. You do not need to rush. All that I require is your faithfulness. I am about to connect the dots that once seemed unconnected, and in due time, everything will fall into place. What feels disconnected now will make perfect sense. Welcome to this sacred moment, a moment set apart and anointed by my will. I am the Lord your God, speaking to you from the highest place, as the sun rises or sets in your corner of the world. Before you take another step, before doubt tries to settle in your heart, before the noise of the world drowns out my voice, hear this truth. You are exactly where you need to be. You did not arrive here by chance. You are not hearing these words by coincidence. From eternity, this moment was already written in my book. Before you were even born, I knew you and set you apart with a purpose. I am the Alpha and the Omega, and what begins in me cannot be stopped by any power on earth or in hell. Listen to me carefully. Many have told you that you are not enough. Many have overlooked you, underestimated your worth, and seen your wounds as signs of failure. But I tell you, your wounds are marks of battle, and within them lies a glory you cannot yet fully understand. You may not carry a title. The world may not have given you accolades or public recognition. Your name might not be in lights, nor have you been honored on altars. But listen closely. The crown is already yours. Not because you earned it through human efforts, but because I, in my grace and love, placed it on your head. I crowned you when everyone else turned away, when you kept walking even though the way was unclear, and when you chose to trust me despite a weary heart. Embrace your story. Do not hide it, do not reject it, and certainly do not feel ashamed of it. That story, with all its failures, mistakes, struggles, and tears, is part of my masterpiece in you. Every dark chapter is a canvas on which my light shines even brighter. Your falls are not your end. They are the beginning of a deeper understanding of my grace. I was there when you were betrayed. I was there when you felt unseen, and I stood by you when there seemed to be no way out. I gathered every tear and kept it in my bottle. Nothing hath been lost, nothing has been in vain. There is power in your process, and I have been with you every step of the way. There is power in the path that others fail to understand. There is anointing in every step you have taken by faith, even when everything around you urged you to stop. Your journey, that very path filled with its highs and lows, stumbles and sleepless nights, is now your testimony, and that testimony will be used to set others free. You will become a light in the darkness, a guide to those who will walk behind you. The enemy has tried to steal your identity, to convince you that you are too broken, too far behind, too damaged, or too worthless. But I, the Lord your God, tell you this: nothing you have gone through will be wasted. I am taking every fragment of your past and weaving it into a mantle of glory. You will see how I transform your pain into power, your scars into authority, your weaknesses into strength. Rise up now, do not stop. This message is a divine reminder that I am not finished with you. The work I started in you, I will bring to completion. Do not fear the judgment of others or the skeptical glances of those who do not understand what I have placed within you. Remember this truth: the crown is already on your head, even if the world has not yet seen it. I see it, and I am the one who calls, justifies, and exalts in my perfect timing. Listen carefully to my voice, for what you are about to receive is not a human word or a fleeting emotion. It is my breath breathed directly into your spirit. This is an eternal word, as real and alive as the being of your heart. I speak to you now because I love you with an everlasting love, a love that is not based on your performance, your past, or the opinions of others. I love you because I formed you with my own hands, and within you, I placed something that the world cannot take away: my divine purpose. My child, hear this. The only thing that truly matters is my purpose for you and what I desire to accomplish through you. The world has told you to seek recognition, fame, stability, and approval, but I am calling you to something far greater, something eternal. I have placed a unique calling upon your life, one that will impact not only your family but also your community and this generation. This is no small or fleeting calling. It is a divine design that was established long before you took your first breath. I am offering you new territory, a place where your roots can grow deep, where your faith will be tested, but ultimately strengthened. A new season is unfolding before you, but in order to step into it, you must shed the old mindset that has held you back. You cannot continue to view the world through the lens of the past or walk in the shadow of fear. Stop limiting yourself based on what you see or understand. My ways are not your ways, and I do not operate according to human logic. I am the Almighty God, the Creator of the heavens and the earth. There is no wall I cannot break down, no wound I cannot heal. My power has no end, and the blessings I have reserved for you surpass anything you can currently imagine. There are doors about to open, divine connections prepared in secret, but you must be willing to receive them, not with pride, but with faith, not with doubt, but with expectation. Embrace the story I have allowed you to live. Yes, that very story that has brought you to tears, made you question, or caused you to retreat in hiding. That same story I have seen from the very beginning, and I assure you that nothing you've been through has escaped my control. Accept the purpose I designed for you before you were even born. Before you were just a thought in your mother's womb, I had already written out the days of your life. While some paths have been hard, I have been with you every step, guiding, covering, and preserving you for this moment. You are about to witness a miraculous transformation that I have prepared in the name of my Son, Jesus Christ, not because you have earned it, but because my love knows no limits. In Christ, all things become new, all things are transformed, and all things are redeemed. Let your journey begin now. Open your heart to my light and allow it to enter. Do not resist what I am doing in you. I have not come to condemn you, but to restore you. Many of you look at your past with shame, believing it to be a weakness. But I tell you now, there is power in your scars. Your wounds speak of battles fought, and those battles testify to my faithfulness. In every struggle you endured, I have forged strength within you. When you thought you were being torn apart, in truth, you were being prepared. When you believed everything was lost, I was actually building the foundation of your calling. Your experiences, with all their pain and difficulty, are the hidden weapons I use to guide you toward greatness. Do not be afraid to share your story. Do not fear showing the process you have been through. Others need to see that even in brokenness, I can be glorified. Your scars will become signs for those who come after you, and they will see that if I upheld you through it all, I can do the same for them. The challenges you face now are indicators of the destiny I have set before you. Ask yourself, why have the attacks been so relentless? Why does it feel as though everything is rising up against you? The reason is simple. The enemy fears the potential of what you can become when you fully choose to believe in me. He knows that when you awaken to the power I have placed within you, his time is shortened. Hell trembles when a child of God rises up, fully aware of their identity and faith. That is why I say to you, do not be afraid. Do not see your surroundings as a threat, but rather as a training ground. The purpose I have for you and me is greater than any circumstance you encounter. Believe this truth with all your heart. If I am with you, who can stand against you? Nothing, not anxiety, not rejection, not hurtful words, nor the weight of past mistakes, can separate you from my love. Everything hath been covered by the blood of my Son. This is your moment. This is your day. I am knocking at the door of your heart. Let me enter, and I will make my dwelling within you. I will transform your life in ways you cannot yet understand. It is not too late. You are not behind. The latter glory of your life will far surpass the former. Nothing in your life has escaped my watchful gaze. Every second, every moment, every circumstance has been observed by my eternal eyes, and everything you faced has been woven into a higher purpose that you may not fully grasp yet, but that I am unfolding in my perfect time. What others have discarded, I have chosen. What the world has rejected, I have honored with my presence. I do not need what the world deems valuable in order to work. From what is weak, I bring forth strength. From the unseen, I raise banners. I do not see as men see. While they focus on appearances, I search the heart, and in you, I have found a heart that yearns for restoration, even when it has been covered by walls built from pain. I have witnessed your silent nights, those times when it seemed no one understood the burden you carried deep within. I have been present in every moment where you were misunderstood, unjustly accused, or marked by experiences you wished to forget. But what you thought was worth bearing, I am using as a seed. The very thing you tried to hide beneath layers of shame. I'm bringing it to the surface, giving it due meaning. This is not to expose you to judgment, but to demonstrate how my grace works in the deepest places, where no one else can reach. You were not created just to survive, nor were you made to settle for the bare minimum or to be stuck in cycles that have trapped generations before you. I formed you with a unique purpose, with a design far greater than any struggle you have faced. There is a fire within you, one that, despite being attacked by cold winds, has not been extinguished. That flame comes from me, the passion that still burns within you. The wounded is proof that my spirit has never left you. Even in the moments when you felt you could not move forward, there was something inside of you that refused to give up. Its strength was not of your own making. It came directly from my hand. I have upheld you, carried you, and guided you when you could not see the way. I have done this because the work I have started in you is not finished. The word spoken over your life remains alive, and there is a purpose yet to be fully realized. There is a deep awakening that must take place within you. You can no longer live as though you are disconnected from heaven. You have been set apart, marked, and chosen to walk with a vision far greater than what you have known. The chains that bound the generations before you no longer hold any power over you because I have broken the cycle. I have given you the authority to renounce all that once seemed normal: fear, abandonment, confusion, and defeat. What once plagued your family's history will not be part of your future inheritance. What you have carried for so long will now be removed with a single touch of my presence. Do not continue to see your past as a burden. Begin to view it as training. Every experience you've had has prepared you to be a vessel of restoration for others. Words will flow from your mouth and bring freedom, not because you studied how to speak, but because you have lived through the battle. You do not speak from theory, you speak from your scar. And a scar tells the story of healing. This is the authority I place upon you, the authority to lift the fallen, to break the yokes with your words, to declare life where others see only death. I have entrusted you with more than you realize. I have placed treasures within earthen vessels, not out of weakness, but so that it will be clear that the power comes from me, not from you. There are gifts within you that have yet to be used, talents that fear has silenced, but in this season, I am reactivating them. You are stepping into a time where everything that seemed buried will begin to rise again, not by emotion, but by my command. What belongs to me does not stay dead. Wherever I speak, there is resurrection, and I have spoken life over you. I have declared life over every part of your existence that once seemed lost. Do not compare yourself to others. Do not measure your progress by the world's standards. What I am doing in you is unique, sacred, and eternal. Many will observe your journey without understanding how you arrived at this point. Some will even question whether what you carry is genuine. But you do not need to defend yourself. I am your defense. I am the one who opens doors that no one can close. What I have assigned to you will not be lost. While others may attempt to replicate it, what is yours is marked by my seal, my fire, and my glory. What is built in my presence will endure. The enemy has sought to distract you, using noise, comparisons, personal attacks, and inner doubts to shake you. But what he did not realize is that, in the midst of all that noise, he was only pushing you closer to me. Every time you felt alone, you cried out to me. Every time you reached the edge, you surrendered before my presence. And in that surrender, I found space to work. I do not require perfection from you. I simply need your availability. Availability is what moves my hand more than anything else, and you have remained even in the darkness. I now give you a new vision. I open your eyes to see beyond the limitations you once saw. Where you once saw failure, you will now see purpose. Where there was emptiness, you will now experience my fullness. This is not a temporary promise or a fleeting message. This is a spiritual truth activated by my word. The place you find yourself in right now is not your final destination. It is merely a platform for the expansion that is to come. Prepare yourself internally, not through human effort, but through surrender. The one who humbles themselves before me will be exalted in due time. And this is the time when you will begin to walk with a new certainty, with an authority that is not earned through applause, but through intimacy with me. You will walk as one who hath been in my presence, and that will make all the difference. From the very beginning, everything I have done hath been for a divine purpose, grounded in love and truth. Nothing hath been done on a whim. Every detail has been woven into a heavenly plan that far surpasses human understanding. and you are an active part of that plan, not a passive onlooker, not an afterthought, but a chosen vessel to bring light into a world that cries out, even if its cry is not always spoken aloud. I have given you the ability to discern what others cannot see, to feel what others ignore, and to respond with a wisdom that does not come from books or earthly experiences, but from a deeper place, direct communion with me. There are times in life when everything feels stagnant, when days pass without purpose, and the soul grows weary from waiting. In these moments, the enemy whispers lies, that nothing will change, that your prayers are pointless, that your efforts have been in vain. But I assure you, I have not left you without direction. My Spirit remains active, guiding every movement, even when you cannot perceive it. I am the one who works in the unseen, who orchestrates the times, who creates paths where there are none, and who fills the empty spaces you thought were lost forever. If what you see appears silent, it is because I am establishing deeper roots within you. I cultivate slowly what I desire to be eternal. What is truly lasting does not rush to grow. Just as gold is purified through fire and wine requires time to mature, so have I dealt with you. Do not rush in search of immediate results. What I am building in you is designed to endure, not to be swept away at the first gust of wind. This is why I have removed certain things from your life. This is why some doors did not open when you expected them to. It was not punishment, it was protection. True blessings come when the heart is deeply rooted in me and not in what it can acquire. You have been observed by those who didn't understand your process, and they judged you for your pauses, for the decisions that set you apart, for the silence you chose when everyone else had something to say. But I have seen the reasoning behind every choice you made. I have heard the cries no one else could hear, the ones that rose when you knelt in private, the internal struggle between faith and exhaustion, the genuine desire to please me even when you felt uncertain. I honor that intention, for I see beyond what is visible. What others called inaction, I called silent obedience. Now is the moment when I begin to place pieces in front of you that once appeared disconnected. These connections are not by chance. There will be encounters, orchestrated by my hand, that will bring you the answers you've been waiting for over the years. Along with these connections, there will also be necessary separations, not to harm you, but to lighten your load. Not everything that began with you is meant to continue where I am leading you. You will learn to let go in peace and to move forward with clarity and vision. Not every loss is a defeat. Some losses are actually freedoms disguised in sorrow. There are voices that will no longer hold power over you. The words that once held you back will no longer define you. I have begun an inner transformation in you that will change the way you see yourself. You will no longer view yourself as limited, incapable, or confined. You will begin to see yourself as I see you, equipped, anointed, and sent with a divine purpose. This change will not merely be emotional, it will be spiritual. Your vision will align with my truth, and that alignment will change the way you walk, speak, and make decisions. You will no longer act out of mere reaction but will move in confidence, grounded in conviction. Start noticing the small signs, for I am speaking through them. I speak in the ordinary moments, in a simple conversation, a quiet sigh, a word that seems common but touches your spirit. Do not overlook what seems insignificant. I often reveal myself in the small things before I show you the greater ones. Recognizing the details is part of the maturity I am developing in you. Just as a seed holds within it the potential to become a mighty tree, Every act of faith within you carries a multiplication that will only be revealed with time. You are being raised to build, not on shaky ground, but on a firm foundation. Your position will be like a pillar in the midst of shaking structures. Others will find stability simply by seeing you stand firm, not because you are inherently stronger, but because you have learned to depend on me. That dependence is not weakness. It is your greatest strength. Through you, others will find direction. You may not have all the answers, but you will have my presence, and where my presence is, there is fullness, peace, and power. Your story is not finished where you are right now. There is much more to come, and I am the author. Every page of your future is being written with redemption, restoration, and eternal purpose. There is no mistake that cannot be redeemed. There is no barren place that cannot be brought to life under my touch. You are on the path to a fullness that is not based on external circumstances, but on a deeper relationship with me. I have seen how you have longed for signs, how you've waited for answers to calm the restlessness inside you, a restlessness that sometimes words cannot fully express. I have noticed your desire to move forward, but I also see the internal struggle, the doubts that arise, questioning whether you are truly ready for what is to come. I am not asking you to come before me with perfect strength or absolute certainty. What I long for is that you allow your heart and soul to be shaped by my truth, even when the path seems unclear. True transformation doesn't begin on the surface. It begins deep within, where appearances cannot reach, and where only my light can penetrate. In this season, I am bringing to light what has been hidden by fear, rejection, and insecurity, not to expose or shame you, but to heal what needs to be restored. You cannot continue to move forward while holding on to the armor you created to shield yourself from pain. I want to clothe you in my righteousness, to cover you with my truth, to protect you with my presence. You no longer need to fight to guard yourself against everything. I will be your shield. I will defend what has been planted within you. Rest in this truth. The battles you don't understand are completely under my control. I am reordering the way you walk, not because you have failed, but because I am preparing you for a new dimension of purpose. You will begin to notice that certain things which once consumed your thoughts will start to lose their significance. What once had control over you will no longer hold power over your decisions. I am bringing clarity into your life, not through a blinding light, but like a lamp that guides you one step at a time. You don't need to see the entire path ahead. What you need is to trust the step I am revealing to you right now. It is time to speak with more intention. No longer can you speak without considering the weight of your words. Your mouth holds a power that has been dormant, and I am awakening it, not because I want you to repeat hollow phrases, but because I want you to be in alignment with my voice. Words of life, restoration, and purpose will flow from you like a river that cannot be contained. Do not underestimate the authority I have placed in your words. When you speak from my presence, your words will carry the power to build or to tear down. I am sharpening your sensitivity, and you will begin to perceive things before they unfold. This will not be confusion or mere imagination. It will be discernment. I will teach you to distinguish the genuine from the false, the pure from the impure, the eternal from the fleeting. This discernment will become your compass. Not everyone will understand it, but you will recognize it as true because it will come with a peace that cannot be faked. The guidance I give you will not come with loud noise or pressure. It will be a quiet, steady whisper filled with certainty. The places where you once felt out of place will no longer be sources of discomfort. Instead, you will discover your purpose in them. What once seemed to contradict your nature was simply preparation for a position that was not designed for many, but specifically for you. I will cause you to stand out, but not out of vanity. You will stand out in order to guide others, to be a beacon of light where there is confusion, and a voice when others have no words. This will not be achieved by your own effort, but through simple obedience. What I open, no one can shut. I will teach you to view delays from a new perspective. What you thought was a delay, I see as protection. What you believed to be forgetfulness was my way of preserving what you were not yet ready to sustain. I will not give you something that will later become a burden. I want to give you only what you can carry with joy, without it consuming you. Everything that comes from me is accompanied by peace. If what you are waiting for does not bring you peace, then it is not yet the right time. But do not discard it, for nothing is outside of my perfect and eternal timing. Keep trusting in my plan. I am cleansing your thoughts with a depth you have never experienced before. It is not simply about thinking better, but about thinking from my perspective. The thoughts that once dominated you, fear of failure, fear of rejection, anxiety about the future, will be replaced by thoughts filled with my word. And when my word governs your mind, it will also govern your body, your choices, and the atmosphere around you. This is not a matter of magic. It is the spiritual transformation that starts from the very root of who you are.